Hello everybody and welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise here in Out of the Park Baseball 25. You join us for the 2032 American League Division Series. Your Tigers swept aside the Houston Assholes. I meant Houston Asterisks. I meant Houston Astros in the first round of this playoff in the first round of this postseason. We are now taking on the Washington Nationals, a team that in the past we have really just had their number. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that kept up because their game one starter is a guy with a 6 ERA. They still have fucking Ryan Prager in their rotation. Noah Schultz is still pretty good. But yeah, Ryan Prager's a guy who, fans of the series, at this point, you remember most of these playoff starts. We are like 90% of the reason he has a playoff ERA of 8.02 and has provided negative. Yeah, he's not exactly good. Yeah, Ryan Prager is their game 4 starter, so he might pitch in the series, he might not. If either us or they complete a sweep, then he wouldn't pitch. But Will Dillon is their 3 starter. Noah Schultz is really their only really good pitcher. Oh wait, those are his playoff stats. And even that is with a grain of salt. His FIPS have historically been much higher than his ERAs, and that's true this year. I think he is more of a ground ball type. No, he's a fly ball type, which confuses me even. Actually, no, that makes sense why his FIP is as high as it is, because he probably gives up a shitload of home runs. But yeah, this Alex Meacham guy only pitched in 13 starts. He had a FIP above 5, and he's a rookie. Like, he has potential to be a very good starter, but I'm not quite sure why he's starting now. Alex Harrington, I think we faced most of these guys last year. We remember Alex Harrington, Andy Nicholas, Ernesto. Actually, this Ernesto guy is new. 129 OPS plus. Actually, I'm not familiar with it. Andy Nicholas. He's a rookie too. Very young team from the looks of it. Juan Salazar, I do remember him. Apparently, was Juan Salazar an All-Star this year? No, he was an All-Star last year. Though he was very good this season in 108 games. Jesus Mesa in his 3rd season, way down from last year. Yeah, he was an All-Star last year. He was not this year. Braden Montgomery hit very well as their right fielder. Fucking Elijah Green hit 43 home runs, but for some reason is hitting like 8th in the lineup. That makes sense. They're 7th. And their last 2 hitters are still fairly decent, but not anything special. Blake here is basically, he's just a defensive specialist. And he's not even that good of a defensive specialist. As usual, their pitching isn't particularly good. 9th in starter ERA, 10th in bullpen ERA. They have a very good lineup, and they absolutely blast home runs like nobody's business with leading the league. And they have the 2nd best defense in the league, but their pitching is not good, and it hasn't been good. Basically throughout every time we face them. Yeah, I don't really... I don't know. Like, we've played this team like 4 times at this point. So I'm not too terribly worried. Like, I'm worried, like I am when we start every playoff series, but again, this Nationals team... Again, if they're going to beat us, they're going to have to bludgeon us to death with home runs, which is possible. And again, I wouldn't say it's likely. Like, probability-wise, we probably stand a fairly decent chance, but baseball isn't decided on a probability sheet. It's decided in real life with real games. I say that we're on a fucking computer simulation, so who the fuck knows? Yeah, anyways, into the game. Okay, Manchim now, Manchim toes the slab, and Riley Green gets set in the box. Let's do it here in Washington. mention 3-2 record, 6 ERA. He was not good so far. He was not good in his 13 starts. And Green starts us off with a nice base hit. Pretty sure it's the first time I've seen him lead off a game with something other than a home run or a strikeout. Okay, Keith follows him up with a single. 3-0 to Shonowell. This is very strong start for the boys. Bases loaded, nobody out. Zion Rose, full count. Or no, 1-0 count. He smacks it into center. Is that deep enough for a tag? It is. Green scores, and it's 1-0 Tigers in the first. Roberts, full count. And he chases a bad pitch. Williamson, that will not get down. So despite having the bases loaded and nobody else out, we only score a single run. That is unfortunate. Job, clean first. It's a home run by Tanaka in the second, followed by a double for Parker Meadows. Green right at the first baseman. Keith driving the run. Yes, he can. Scoring is Meadows. It's 3-0. We've jumped on Washington's pitching here in the first 2 innings, and we're already up 3-0. Shonowell, come on, add on, buddy. He walks. Rose, first and second. 2 men out. Hits a deep fly ball to center. And a fantastic play by the center fielder, Green. Keeps us from making this game any uglier. Job cruises through the second. Cruises through the third. We add on a 4th run with a Parker Meadows homer. Cruises through the 4th. RBI double by Bennett makes it 5-0. Okay, now it's a walk to Tanaka. First and second, Meadows. And Meadows beats out an infield single. Riley Green bases juiced. And he hits a fly ball into center, but that's not going to add anything on. 5-0 through 5. Job just keeps fucking fanning him. Zion Rose, it's a line drive into center. I just keep waiting for him to hit that big home run. He just hasn't been able to get any power going yet in this postseason. And that's going to get away. And the best pure hitter in the game has a chance to drive in too. He gets a deep drive the other way. That should be enough to add on the 6th run of the game. It is. 6-0 Tigers. And Williamson hits a line drive through, base hit. Rounding third is that Shonowell? I have no idea who the hell that was, but it's 7-0. That's a drive to right, and that is gone. Or drive to left, and that is gone. Connor Bennett makes it 9-0. Okay, you know what? I might as well save his arm. We're going to bring in Ricky Hughes. He was literally brought onto the roster for situations like this, where we're either up or down a lot. Full count. Okay, buddy, I don't need you, intentionally getting yourself into trouble because you're a long man. Okay, so Rose, inning over. Works himself into fucking way more trouble than he probably should have, but he gets out of it. Green with a home run. Keith with a home run. Roberts with an RBI triple. It's 12-0. And he strikes out. So it's 12-0 here in the 7th. Listen, all Hughes needs to do is just... I thought you're a starting pitcher. Why are you fatigued after 50... Oh, you've thrown 50 pitches. Okay, that makes some sense. Grounded through base hit. I'm making him get it through at least 2 innings. Like, he's driven deep. Gone for Mitchell. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Harrington hit into center. Roberts inning over. Washington gets on the board, but they don't do much with it. I gotta go back to the pen, don't I? Who's my low leverage guys? Jeffy boy, come on. Braden Montgomery. Fly ball, Zion, inning over. So we're up by 9. Okay, and he's also getting fatigued. Can you at least get the final out of the game? I'd hate to bring somebody out of the pen to get one single out. Thank you. 12-4 is your final. Tigers take this one comfortably off of a just bad pitching performance by the Nationals, which isn't particularly surprising. This shit has happened like 3 years in a row. Now the Nationals could figure their shit out and fucking pull it together tomorrow. That is very possible. Match him. Like they do have their best pitcher tomorrow. In what's his name? My mind's blanking. We'll figure it out. Anyways, we'll see in game 2 when that guy I'm trying to remember his name is pitching. Schultz, that's his name. So here for game 2, Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Noah Schultz. Schultz is toeing the slab, and Green is in the box. Here we are. We're ready for baseball here in the nation's capital. Schultz strikes out Green, and we're underway. Now, Schultz is a lefty, which is... lefties are tough on this lineup. There are a lot of left-handed hitters in this lineup, historically. I'm actually not sure if it were any more right... Like, we have a few more righties and a few more switch hitters in the lineup, which have definitely made it less easy to just beat us by stacking left-handed pitchers. So that is nice. That is something about this year's team that I like. But again, given that a large chunk of the lineup is left-handed, it is difficult to fucking hit lefties. Yamamoto's struggling so far. Full count to Martinez. Nice play by Roberts behind the bag. 2 outs. 1-2 count to a left-handed hitting catcher. And he drives it right at Roberts, inning over. Schultz is cruising. Yamamoto settling down a bit. 2-run home run, Connor Bennett. Bennett continues to be the fucking kryptonite of the Washington Nationals. Swipes a bag there. Struck him out. Blake Mitchell. It's a drive into center. That should at least bring in a single run. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 Detroit here. 3-1 Detroit as Green knocks a home run over the fence. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit more cautious with him here in the 6th, as that drops in front of Meadows. Salazar. Okay, it's time we go to the pen. Franklin Polino. A 12 strikeout per 9 and a very minuscule 2.8 walks per 9. Okay, 1 out. Full count to Montgomery. He walks him. 1-2, bases loaded. He strikes him out. Martinez, first pitch. Deep drive the other way. And it's gone, a grand slam. If I had a nickel for every fucking grand slam they've hit against me. Oh, Jesus. And their grand slams are always like these back-breaking fucking moments. It's so frustrating. What the fuck was he trying there? Can we rally back? Rose hits a bomb, and it's a one-run game. We're gonna bring in Klein and see if he can just get a clean inning for us. Can we tie this game up? Connor Bennett. It's a fly ball, but not deep enough. 3-1 to Tanaka. He's gonna walk. Do I pinch hit for Parker Meadows? Who's their pitcher? It's a right-handed pitcher. Honest to God, I don't even think Pasquantino is any better than him at this point. Let him swing away. Meadows. It's a ground ball, and he bounces into a game-ending double play. Personal aside about fucking Meadows, I don't know why he hits as poorly as he does. Like, you look at his ratings, they're not actually that bad. Like, they might have fallen off a little bit, but I don't know. He's always been kind of weird. Game 3, Kim versus Walker. Let's see what we can get done. Yesterday's game was frustrating because I don't know. I feel like I made the right moves. They just backfired on me. And it's a leadoff ground out to start Game 3. Yeah, it is Game 3. They followed up with back-to-back hits. Salazar. Okay, this should be a double play ball. It isn't, but they don't attempt to score. And then he just looks at 3 straight strikes. Okay. Sure. You know, besides when he was in the bullpen last year, it just feels like every time I've ever fucking managed a game with Kim, it's just like constant back and forth, rocking back and forth in the in a goddamn rocking chair. This guy is just the most uncomfortable person to watch pitch ever. Roberts leadoff double here in the second. They bring in Will Dillon. I question that decision, but that sucks. Connor Bennett grounds out to third, and now it's up to Tanaka to try and capitalize. And he will capitalize with a base hit, and the Tigers lead 1-0. I'm just gonna fucking risp now. Okay, so Bennett's on. We have 2 on for Connor Bennett. And he's gonna rip a single up the middle. Rounding third goes Roberts. It's 2-0. Out? No. Take that shit back. He was not out. There is no fucking shot that the fastest runner in the league gets thrown out there. Fuck off, game. I don't care how good of an arm Elijah Green has. I have the fastest runner in the league. He ain't getting thrown out. And then Green gets thrown out by a mile. Jesus Christ, like, we're just not making smart decisions on the base paths today. Oh god, I want to go to my pen. Do I trust my pen? Not really. I'm gonna bring in Awada. Pitches a clean inning. Tanaka. Oh god. Wave and a miss. 1-0 count. Bring in another reliever. And he grounds out to second. Come on, guys, add something. Riley Green refuses to add on. Yeah, this is fantastic. Can Klein get another fucking clean inning? Yes, he can. Burns. It's time for Chase Burns. Okay. Hold on to your fucking butts, boys. And that's a deep fly out to the track for his first out of the inning. Montgomery. 1-2. Ripped to short. 2 outs. So 2 very hard hit baseballs to start the inning. Elijah Green struck him out to end it. The Tigers take a 2-0 series lead. Pitching, elite pitching beats elite offense. That's just how it works. We were only able to scratch across a single run against a team that wasn't particularly good against a pitching staff that wasn't particularly good this year, but hey, it fucking worked. I'd like to thank Masayuki Tanaka for fucking basically winning this game. 2 shots to clinch. Let's do this. So I thought, despite the fact that he'd only thrown like 50 fucking pitches in that game, Job would be ready earlier. But I guess that's not how it works. So Matt Scott versus Ryan Prager in Game 3. Or Game 4. 2 chances to clinch. Let's go. This was not a good season for Matt Scott, but he still made the rotation because he was better than Awada. Strike 3 to start the night. Prager also has a good first, but he's running into some trouble here in the second. Bennett, sack bunt for Connor Bennett. Okay. That's questionable. Yeah, this is really looking questionable. Meadows won't come through. Yeah, that was a stupid-ass decision there. Like, I said questionable, but no, that was just dumb. Especially considering I'm pretty sure I have sack bunting to literally never do it. That's gonna get over the head. 2 runs will score. Or actually, no, they hold. They held fucking Keith. Okay. Can Roberts get us going? Wild pitch. Keith's gonna score. It's 2-0. Now it's a 3-1 to Tommy Roberts. He takes ball 4. Williamson. Roberts is running, and he's gonna swipe second with ease. 2-2. And Williamson's not gonna do shit with it. 2 runners in scoring position. Bennett smacks it the other way. That's going to get down. 1 run is in. Roberts comes chugging around. He scores. 4-1. 4-0. And, no, Tanaka got a single there. 2-2 to Meadows. And he goes down to end the inning. Scott is dealing. Run into a little bit of trouble here in the 6th. Line the other way. Caught. That's a swinging strike. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 outs, and he fans Montgomery. 6 shutout innings for Matt Scott. He's at 101 pitches. I can't ask him to continue. We're gonna go to Iwata. Gives off a leadoff double. Grounded to short, 1 out. 0-2 to Mitchell. Popped up, Bennett. Actually, Keith fields it, 2 outs. Harrington is grounded to third. Keith stabs it, inning over. Okay, Comerica Park rises for the 7th inning stretch. We're going to go with Burns. Leadoff double in the 8th. Popped up. Under it is Keith, 1 out. Salazar lines it. It'll get down in front of Roberts. And Washington's on the board. They get nothing else that inning. Okay, we get a rally going here in the bottom of the 8th. See if we can add. Roberts swipes third easily. 3-1 to Bennett. He walks, bases loaded. And Tanaka has a chance to add. Tanaka, base it! 1 run will score. I'm not quite sure about the other guy. No, they hold him. Care about defense. I'm going to leave in Parker Meadows. But Meadows is going to come through with a 2-run single. Or at least he should have, because apparently that fucking throw is, like, god tier. Riley Green, 3-1. And he grounds out to end the inning. Okay, 3 more outs. And we're on our way to our 6th straight ALCS. 1-2. Nationals need base runners. They will not get it with that. Martinez. They won't get a base runner with that. Washington's down to their final out. Full count to Mitchell. And he walks him to extend the game. 3-1 to Harrington. He walks him. 2 straight walks, and then he's screwing around. That's gonna fall in front of Rose. Bases are juiced. Polino. I'm gonna bring in Polino. Pretty sure this would count as a save. And he gets it. The Detroit Tigers are on their way back to the ALCS for the 6th year in a row. God damn, this team is something else. You know, I knew there was very little that was, like, the Nationals did not scare me. And we once again beat the shit out of Ryan Prager. So his playoff ERA is now 8.62. He's so good, guys. He's such a good pitcher in the playoffs. The problem is he's not even that good of regular season pitcher anymore. Like, he's historically been mid at best. And this man gets playoff starts, like, every year. So I don't know how this man keeps making the playoff rotation for Washington. But it went about as usual for them. So, 6 straight ALCSs. Okay, so we are facing the team that beat us in the last time that we failed to make the World Series. The New York Yankees were down 2-0 to Pittsburgh, and they blew that series lead. And on the other side of the bracket, the Portland Beavers comfortably crushed their Pacific Northwest rival in the Seattle Mariners and cruised to the NLCS. The Twins, it was a little bit more difficult to get past Colorado, but they beat them in 4. Now, the Yankees, we are a better team than them on paper, in the sense that for years and years and years, we always have the better run differential. The problem, the New York Yankees have owned us head to head for the last like 4 seasons. It hasn't really mattered since we haven't had to face them in the playoffs since Jazz Chisholm broke my heart. But this is a dangerous team, dangerous squad. Don't really want to mess with them. I am very upset by the fact that I do have to play them, but I'm we are the better team. We are more rested. We should be able to defeat them. But again, that really doesn't matter because it's a best of 7. Anything can happen. And given that Aaron Judge has hit 7, is that correct? He's hit 5 home runs in the postseason. He hit 7 home runs against us this season and had a fucking 1080 slugging. It's a dangerous team. Again, they're the division champions. They were the division champions for a reason. They were 8-4 against us in the regular season, and I think it was like 9-10 against 9-3 against us last year. Before that 1-game playoff that we managed to beat them in. Again, it's all to play for though, and I've gotten very good at managing these games. So let's see what happens.